Hello everyone, I'm Metis Balaska and welcome to the stream. So last time we finished off the P4 story and started on the P3 story. And things have ended, and the P3 story ended up running so long that I had to stop in the middle of a section. And hopefully that's not going to happen this week. But yeah, the main character for this story is Labrys, and we are backed up obviously by the shadow operatives. So we're going to go and continue that. So let us get to it. What? Just the tracking stopped on my model, and I was wondering why. The mouth movements still seems delayed. I'll have to check that. When I look back up to the red sky after landing, I see the helicopter gaining in altitude while maintaining its balance. Thanks to Kiko-san's desperate resolve and her piloting skills, we managed to safely reach Inaba. I checked my surroundings once more while praying for Kiko-san's safety. This is the Inaba branch of Juness, that department store chain. We're at the food court on its rooftop. Normally, there would be plenty of people here, but given the current situation, it's obviously deserted.
Where did he go?
Kenkun readies his spear and tries to peer into the fog, making visibility such a problem. I look around and ready for battle as well. Whoever attacked us should be nearby.
Hey, Kenkun, did you really see Ikutsuki here a moment ago?
Yes. I didn't see him clearly, but there's no way I could have mistaken him. That's impossible. I mean, Shuji Ikutsuki is...
That's right, Shuji Ikutsuki died 3 years ago. And we were just attacked by a persona. According to the record from that time, Ikutsuki had no persona.
At the very least, it looks like he's not nearby. We can't let our guard down yet, though.
That's right. I scanned the area and read no one else here besides the four of us. I say as much, and we lower our weapons in order to discuss our strategy.
I'm going to continue looking for him. If that really was Ikutsuki, there's no doubt that he's involved in this case.
That's true. Can you and Koro-chan go after that guy from earlier?
But that person seemed to be using a persona. Won't it be dangerous for you two going off on your own?
The two humans look surprised for a moment and trade glances. Did I say something odd?
Don't you worry about me and Koromaru. Even if we run into something we can't defeat, we'll find a way out of it.
Just one of them is good enough, really.
And honestly, it's faster for us to split up. I am a bit worried, but I'm gonna believe in you guys.
They have absolute faith in each other after having fought together for so long. It's not that they don't have concerns about one another, but they truly believe that they will accomplish their goals on their own. I wonder, will these people ever feel the same way about me? After all this time, I realize how the timeshare between Yukari-san and Kenkun separates me from my companions.
So I'll head to the station and get Junpei. It didn't seem like he'd figured out the situation yet.
Huh? Weren't you talking to him on the phone earlier?
I was, but that idiot's phone ran out of batteries or something while we were still talking. But even if I can't rely on him to keep his phone charged, he's still good in a fight, so I have to meet up with him.
I see. He seems like kind of a goofball.
He is.
Right? He's always been so useless. Huh? Did I say something funny?
Nah, not really. It just sounded like you were actually kind of fond of him.
Oh, I guess so. Yeah, I think you're right.
These people trust each other, and they're always thinking of one another. When one of them faces danger, the others always rush to help them. A term comes to mind: ideal companions. I wonder how Yukon and his friends are doing. I have the feeling that this group and Mitsuru-san's group are going through similar problems after all.
What about you, Labrys? What'll you do?
Huh? I hope Mitsuru-san and the others are okay. Could you please go right to that tower? We'll head over there too as soon as we can.
Hikari-san and Ken-kun look to me. And it doesn't matter to them that I haven't known them for very long. I screwed that up. It doesn't matter to them that I haven't known them for very long. They see me as a companion and trust me.
Right. It's decided then. Labrys, you head to that tower. Oh, also... Something felt off when I summoned my persona earlier. You might want to be careful.
You felt it too? It was like, well, it felt like the evoker wasn't working, didn't it?
Yeah, it might be that we can summon our personas without our evokers.
In any case, we should get moving. If what General Teddy said is true, we don't have much time to spare.
Got it. If anything happens, let's meet at the bottom of the tower. Be careful, both of you.
Hikari-san and I leave Ken-kun on the rooftop and head for the stairs. She and I split up not too long after, all of us firmly believing that we'll see each other safely once more.
Wait for us, Mitsuru-san.
I ran at my full speed and turned my head toward the looming tower. I will rescue her. I was this close to finishing.
Now's the time you've all been waiting for. It's obvious who the game's MVP will be. The man whose Grand Slam won it in the ninth, Junpei Iori. First off, I'd like to congratulate your team on winning the WBC.
Thank you very much.
What was going through your mind as you entered that batter's box for that last at-bat?
My only thought was how I would lead my team to victory.
So it's your great focus that led to this result. Still, that was an amazing home run.
All I can say is I got lucky with that hit.
That swing at the critical moment, I got so excited I almost forgot to give the play-by-play.
The ball went a lot farther than I thought it would. I'm very pleased with the result.
Wow, you're so modest. No wonder they call you the ace slugger, Junpei. By the way, is there anyone you'd like to dedicate this victory to?
Well, I'd like to dedicate that Grand Slam to my precious girl who's always supported me through thick and thin. I know that I can be a burden on you. I'm not the greatest, but will you marry me?
Sorry, sir, but this is the end of the line.
I was dreaming.
I mean, I kind of get it. Thanks so much for waking me right up right at the best part. I step off the train at an unfamiliar station in the countryside with a little resentment toward the station worker. Let's see here. Man, that's a tough name to make out. How am I supposed to pronounce that? Oh, it's written out beneath the kanji.
Oh, it's Yaso Ina, but wait, where's this? Huh. Let's see what the shuttle train schedule is.
I check the train schedule and feel myself slipping into despair. Seriously? There aren't any more trains leaving the station? That was the final train for the night?
I've really done it now.
The great feeling that I had only a moment ago withers away at once. What the hell, man? Why does this happen? Let's see. I worked a full shift at my job today, and the kid has had a game after that.
If you get a hit, you'll be a hero. Are you gonna try for a home run?
It's the afternoon before the long holiday weekend. Normally, I'd be busy with my part-time job and top-secret missions, but on days off, I transform into an excellent coach for a boys' baseball team. This is our first game in a while, so I want to make sure these kids win somehow. The game's coming to an end, so we're one run away from tying up the score. I'm talking to Goro, our cleanup pitter, who's getting too much of a swelled head over his position to actually focus on the game. Even if he could get it in a clean hit, he'll never be able to do it like this.
Of course I am. You made me the cleanup hitter after all. I'm making this a home run, no matter what.
Watch your mouth, kid, or you'll scare the ball away. Now, listen up. Don't try to act cool. Just play like you normally would. The team's counting on you.
This is funny if you know anything about Junpei. Oh, hold on. I completely forgot about the transparency. Goro stops boasting and turns towards the bench. The other kids are cheering Goro at the top of their lungs.
Keep your eye on the ball. You can hit it. The pitcher's totally freaked out.
See, a hero doesn't just hit homers all the time. Even if you mess up, there's guys behind you waiting to help. Now loosen up and do your best.
Gotcha.
Goro's face loses the gruff facade he had been wearing, and he begins to focus. There we go. That's how it should be.
Thanks, Junpei.
Hey, you're supposed to call me coach, you screwball. Make sure you stay loose.
I finish off by giving a bit of a hard smack on Goro's butt with my bat before sending him off to the batter's box. Goro keeps his eye on the ball and lands a direct hit, sending the ball flying out past the outfielders. All right, we're tied. Goro is standing on the second base with the huge grin, waving at us. But we ended up losing in the end, and all the kids cried. I cried too, of course. Oh well, it happens. At least the kids have grown closer as a team, so that's good enough for me.
That was so close, guys. You almost won. All right, let's start practicing again tomorrow.
That's a good attitude to have.
Now, I want you all to remember this at least. If you all work together, you'll never be beat. Okay, we're done for today.
After the game, I said some final words as their coach. If you all work together, you'll never be beat. And that was that. Man, even I think that's an awesome speech. Yeah, thinking back on it now, I'm honestly proud I came up with it. I bet the kids are still carrying that moment around in their heads.
Yeah, I'm such an awesome coach. It's really worthwhile volunteering for a kids team even after working the night.
Because I'm still just underage, I'm not an official member of Mitsuru Senpai's Shadow Operatives, but I've been playing a very active part in some of their investigations. I get sent out from time to time to check on scenes where low-level shadow readings have been detected. Yeah, the missions are pretty plain, but I'm satisfied with them in my own way. Then again, when I do get sent out, most of the time it's nothing at all. But just like I told the kids, it's about putting out a consistent effort every day. That goes for anything. It's not like I get these missions every day, so in the meantime, I spend a lot of time at my part-time jobs. Even though it's kids' baseball, renting fields and paying for my rides to any games get rides to away games get surprisingly expensive. I gave up on that dream, but I love teaching baseball to kids. It's really fun.
Man, it's like I'm finally starting to enjoy my youth after all this time. Crap, I'm starting to feel sleepy.
And that leads to where I am right now. Not only did I completely miss my stop, but I can't even get back home. I'm in a tight squeeze here.
Did I just fall asleep like that? I can't believe I slept through so many stops either. Seriously.
Mouse. I decide to leave the station for the time being. There's some basic vending machines outside and nothing else. That's actually kind of impressive. Crap, this is really bad. If something doesn't happen soon, it looks like I'm gonna end up sleeping outside.
What the heck am I gonna do now? I guess I better call somebody and hope.
I pull out my phone to call up anyone I can think of so I can get a ride out of here. But surprise, it's not on. I pray that the battery didn't die while I was on the train and hold the power button. It turns on. No, the battery's in the red. I might not be able to make a single call at this point, and my email's still up. Things never turn out well when they're this bad, but suddenly my ringtone echoes out in this empty place.
Oh. Hello?
Finally! Hey, Junpei, what were you doing? I've been calling you this whole time.
It's Yucatan. How long has she been trying to call me? Maybe she got dumped by her boyfriend and he needs a shoulder to cry on or something. Wait, does she even have a boyfriend? She sounds really pissed off for some reason, but meh. She's almost always like this after all. The most important thing right now is charging this phone.
Hey, Yucatan, can we not talk about that now? My battery's about to die. Hey, what's that noise in the background? It's super loud.
Your phone's about to die? What's wrong with you? Mitsuru-senpai, Akihiko, Fuka, and Igus have gone missing. We're in a helicopter to find them.
They're missing? A helicopter?
We've looked in tons of places for them, but we can't find them. Anyway, where are you right now, Junpei?
Hold on a second, this doesn't make any sense at all. Mitsuru-senpai and the others went missing, and now Yukatan's in a helicopter trying to find them? This is too much information all at once. I turn around and check the name of the station again.
Somewhere called Yasoina something? I fell asleep on the train and missed my stop, and now I'm stuck out in the boonies.
Ironically, dumb luck has led you to where you need to be.
You're at Yaso Inaba Station? Why?
Huh? Why is she so surprised? I don't even know why I'm here. Okay, fine. It's because I slept through my stop.
Crap, Yucatan, the battery's going.
Fine, just wait there. We'll come get you. I'm with Kenkun and Koro-chan, and we've got Labrys here too. She's Igus's sister.
Huh? What was that? Lahu? Well, whatever. I'll just find a convenience store and...
The phone died, and I considered what I should do now, but then again, I'm worried about Mitsuru-senpai too. I'll just have to buy a cheap charger at a gas station or something and call Yucatan back. This may be out in the boonies, but there's got to be some convenience store around here. I start walking along the road in search of an open store. After walking for some time, I finally see a familiar light and sign out in the distance.
Nice, just what I wanted. I'm starving too, so maybe I should get myself something to eat.
Lighted sign, not lightened. Finally, with some relief over finding a store, my step grows lighter. That's when the light it's ahead suddenly go out.
Don't tell me they're closed. What kind of convenience store isn't open 24/7 these days?
No, that's not right. It's not just the convenience store. All the street lights and lights in the houses all have gone out as well. And somehow the people I saw inside the store all have vanished too. Even more strange, it didn't get pitch black out. Everything's illuminated in a hazy red light. Is this fog?
What the hell?
There's something familiar about the side of this town suddenly falling silent. It's not quite right to call it nostalgic, but it's just like that crazy thing that should have stopped 3 years ago. The dark hour. Talk about deja vu. The first time I experienced the dark hour back then, I was in a convenience store. Akihiko-senpai rescued me at the time.
Oh, there you are, Junpei.
A voice from behind me makes me turn around, and I see a girl dressed all in pink. Is that Yucatan? And what's gotten into her? She's dressed rather odd, but there's no mistaking her voice. Yucatan stops a short distance away from me and glares, and looks pissed. Is it because I left the station after she told me to wait there? Even then, she seems way too angry.
Hey, Yucatan! I'm making an effort at least, so... But hey, Mitsuru-senpai's gone missing? What's going on?
Damn, she's really pissed. Steady, Junpei. Okay, you're pitching into a real hard case. You need to throw outside the strike zone just to test the waters. Throw them off their game and see how they react, right? Yeah, I'm a genius.
So, you look great, huh? Is that your feather pink outfit? Are you doing an autograph tour out here? Come meet the Feathermen.
I tried throwing my best curveball, ball, but she still looked just as mad. Oh, crap.
You never shut up, do you? You're nothing but a minor character. A moot, a minion, a loser. Just die and let the world have your body back?
Hey, what? Aren't you being crueler than usual?
Ugh, it's time for your punishment. Bring on the ring!
Yucatan suddenly raises one hand as she delivers that cheesy line. With that, 4 red pillars fall from the sky and stab into the ground and around us, forming a fighting ring. I don't know what's going on, but this suddenly feels really dangerous. I place my bag on the ground, then pull out my favorite bat and take a cautious stance.
You're a quick learner for an idiot. No wonder you're a member of the Shadow Operatives.
I look around in search of the source of that voice and see a television dangling from a telephone phone pole with a, what is that? A round body, a doofy hat, a cape and a cane. Is this some local station cartoon mascot that I don't know about? He's saying something about a General Teddy. What, that's his name? And why would a TV be hanging from a pole like that?
Who the hell are you? I don't know what's going on, so you better explain yourself. If this is some prank show, it's not funny. You really are a yappy idiot. Now let's begin Operation World Destruction. I mean, the one-on-one P1 climax.
Almost let it slip.
P1 climax? I'm not in the mood to drag this out, so I'll just give a short rundown. The rules are simple. Win and you get to move on. Lose and you're stuck here.
I love how he's credited as strange costumed character, by the way.
Huh? You mean I have to fight? right, Yucatan?
Oh, you really are a pain in the ass. If you're not gonna do this, then hurry up and die. Here we go! Persona!
A gust of wind blows, and I recognize Yucatan's persona before me. Whoa, whoa, whoa! Not only are we fighting, but we're doing it with our personas? This doesn't make any sense, and I don't even have my evoker with me. But when I look back at Yucatan, she's already got her bow drawn and pointed at me. Man, she's completely ready for this.
Whoa, hold on, Featherpink. We can talk this out. I mean, you shouldn't be pointing that at people. Ah!
My desperate plea is in vain, and Yucatan shoots an arrow at me with no hesitation. I managed to dodge away just in time. Nice aim. I mean, wait.
Stop moving around, Junpei. Just give up now and let me kill you.
What the hell did I do to deserve this? Looks like I'm just going to have to run. While avoiding the arrows raining down on me, I start a mad dash towards the train station.
Ow! What the heck?
How do you not see the grid? It is literally showing.
That's what I said! Only the victor can leave the area. Now hurry up and get this fight started!
I reach out to where I hit something, and sure enough, there was an invisible wall there. I guess I can't go beyond these red pillars, but it's not invisible. You can see the perimeter of the area right there. Does this mean that I'm seriously in trouble here?
I hope you're prepared. Face me, evildoer. You're no match for Featherpink. Strike out, batter.
Strike out batter? What the hell does that mean? Did I get promoted from a generic bad guy to a villain out of the blue? Well, I guess I'll just have to fight him a bit and pray that it's enough to knock Yucatan back to her senses.
Desperate times call for desperate measures. How dare you, Featherman? I, Lord Junpei, will strike you down!
Like he just starts playing the part.
Final. Fight.
Look at this stuff. So what?
Over here!
Stop. This is turning into a very battle. Excuse you. What a fierce crowd. How will it end? Stop. You're a
This'll miss!
Let's all push it. How about this?
Take this! Now get him!
That's about it.
Just for size!
In the end, the victor was no surprise.
Also, I love that his I love that his name is the Mighty Strikeout Slugger.
Keep winning! Who are you calling a mook? Wait, Yucatan!
The red pillar's shadow and Yucatan suddenly starts melting away like a black piece of candy. Just then, what looks like golden grains of sand fly up into the air and float across the sky. That costume guy on the monitor disappeared. Does that mean the invisible walls I ran into are gone now? Too, maybe?
What was that just now? Wasn't a dream, right? I slept a ton on the train after all.
I pinch myself and look around. Ow, the lights are still... the lights are still out in the city and there's no one around. Could this really be the dark hour? The way that Yucatan disappears seems familiar too.
Is that a shadow?
Then was that a fake Yucatan? The convenience store's lights went out right at around midnight, I think. Past midnight. It reminds me of the dark hour. That was our battlefield 3 years ago.
Did the dark hour come back?
At the stroke of midnight, the world seemingly stops in time, and the world becomes a place where only persona-using people like us can move around. During that time, people disappear and shadows show up instead. Normal people don't even notice that this time exists. As at the very least, the situation looks a lot like the Dark Hour.
But wait a sec. How'd I use my persona without an evoker?
Those with potential like us are able to summon persona users by resolving ourselves to death. But it's in order to acquire the trigger for such a resolve, we usually use these things called evokers that are shaped like guns. But during that fight, I was able to summon my persona, Trismegistus, just by thinking about it in my head. This feels like it's more dangerous than the Dark Hour. If that's the case, then could this disappearance of Mitsuru Senpai and the rest be related to this phenomenon?
Is that General Teddy guy behind this? We'd better step barefully.
Don't you start now, Junpei. That costume dude told me to keep winning, but I don't know anything about this town. Well, just standing around here isn't going to do me any good, so I guess I should head back to the station for now. That's where the real Yucatan told me to wait.
Let's see here. Which way was it?
I start walking back the way I came, but something's obviously wrong. I mean, I don't think it took me this long to get from the station to the store, and it might be because of the fog. But the street poles and streets look distorted. A maze that changes every time you look at it. That in itself reminds me of the past. Was that a girl who needs help? Somebody might be getting attacked by something similar to that monstrous Yucatan. I mean, that monster that looked like Yucatan. If that really was a shadow, then there's no way I can ignore this. I'm the shadow operative's lethal weapon, after all. You know, the one they only bring out for the easy missions because you're still in school. I look toward where I heard the sound coming from, and see a giant shopping center, like one you'd find in the suburbs. The sign says Jeunesse.
Oh, hey, I know that store. Every day's great.
I don't remember that. I don't remember that place from a moment ago, but I'm positive that I heard that girl's scream come from there. She needs me to rescue her.
Hang on, I'm coming. Shadow Operative Junpei Iori is on the scene.
Aren't the Shadow Operative supposed to be a secret force? I force open the stuck automatic door with my hands and almost trip up over a number of things while I run into the building. Really? That's where you end it?
There appears to be quite a commotion.
Sister, I've been wondering since yesterday, but
What is going on in the outside world?
Everyone meet Theodore. Okay, so to explain this, Elizabeth was the elevator attendant in Persona 3, but when Persona 4 Arena no, not Persona 4 Arena, but when Persona 3 Portable came out, it gave the option of a female protagonist, and one of the things you could do as a female protagonist is choose whether the elevator attendant was male or female. And if you select male, you got Theodore here as an attendant.
I believe you could say that those kids' ordeal is still continuing.
An ordeal, you say?
Yes. In other words, mankind's potential is being tested.
Potential? Sister, where might Elizabeth be right now? Abandoning the duties given to us by our master and going out into the outside world is normally forbidden to us. Why did Elizabeth go through all that just to head out into the outside world? I'm sorry. It was presumptuous of me to ask.
I suddenly feel thirsty. Do you feel like drinking a cola?
A cola, you say?
My, don't tell me that you don't know what that is.
Of course I do. Elizabeth told me about it. An ebon monster compressed into a metal cylinder, waiting for the moment its prison is released to spring into the eyes of the unwary spewing foam.
Quite. Well then, I task you with the acquisition of about 100 of these colas.
You want me to do this? But cola only exists in the outside world.
I merely ask for the cola. How and where you perform your task is at your discretion, even if it takes you into the outside world.
Sister.
Yes, what is it?
While I'm out, may I go see what's going on outside?
That would be none of my business. All I asked you to do is go on an errand for me. Shouldn't you hurry? Our master will be returning soon.
Yes, I'll go at once.
So how are you supposed to get 100 colas?
I guess it can't be helped that he's drawn to the outside world right now. This current aberrance in the outside world is centered on that red-haired guest. And Persona users have gathered to it, as if caught up in that fate. Even my heart races just thinking about it. It's troublesome having siblings so brimming with curiosity.
Oh yeah, and if you're wondering why the Velvet Room looks different here, the Velvet Room takes on different forms depending on the guest within it, and it's normally something that reflects it's like the journey through life. In Persona 3, it's an elevator. In Persona 4, it's a car. In Persona 5, it was a prison because your life was grounded to a halt. Just notice the mouse again. Wow, we branch off a lot. This might actually be longer than the P4 episode just because of this, but I can't say absolutely for certain. So let us start. Let us start from the left.
Another dead end.
I sighed for the umpteenth time that day, and Kuromaru and I traded glances. While searching for that mysterious figure that appeared to look so much like a Kutsuki, we ended up on the Sonagawa floodplain that flows through Inaba. We went down the stairway in Junes without incident, but from there the town was shrouded in a red mist. Every path twisted like a maze, turning us away from the direction we wanted to go. Having gone for so long without finding any meaningful information, I was starting to worry a little. In any case, this entire situation, a town filled with red fog and at the stroke of midnight, turning into another world, the appearance of another tower that looks just like Tartarus.
Careful, Koromaru. At this rate, I wouldn't be surprised if we ran into shadows.
Koromaru seems to nod. Still, this really is like the Dark Hour. It never truly ended. While I'd been living my life in peace, like a child, the world was still in danger, and I was left out in the cold.
Why didn't anyone tell me anything? I'm definitely strong enough to fight beside everyone else. Being removed from the unit just because of my age isn't fair. Right? Who's there?
I shout out at the fog, and a dark shape nonchalantly walks out of the mist towards us. Kuromaru begins to growl.
And you're irritated about it. Is that me?
The shape turns out to be two figures, me and Kuromaru. It's like looking into a mirror.
What's the meaning of this? Even if you try to deceive us with those appearances, it's no use.
I feel a wave of malevolence from the spirit that took my form. I ready my spear and take a fighting stance. And I'm not deceived. This is definitely an enemy.
Being a child only on the surface, peaceful only on the surface, friends only on the surface. Aren't such things only nuisances? Shut up! I know how you feel because I'm you. Or, to be more precise, I'm a perfect copy based on everything there is to you. That's why I can tell what you're thinking, what dissatisfies you, and how much you desire to fight. So what? What does what I'm thinking have anything to do with you?
I can't help but raise my voice at what the other me says. As if he can see straight into my heart and say exactly what hurts me the most. I can feel my hands trembling in agitation. I have to calm down. That thing isn't me.
It does involve me. I mean, you want to fight, don't you? Then we have the same objective. What? Persona. Crap!
Kuromaru's sharp barking brings me to my senses. The enemy appears to have summoned a persona, one exactly like mine, Kalanemi. It attacks, striking directly at me. It's too close. I can't dodge. What am I doing? I need to focus. I desperately tried to sort out what just happened. Somebody tall just jumped in front of me. Did he protect me? The person who was struck dead on by the persona's attack falls heavily on his knees. I'm instantly reminded of another time when someone else died protecting me. I've made the same mistake again.
Damn it! Hey kid, what are you walking your dog around here for? It's such a goddamn adorable dog, too. Huh? That wasn't what I meant to say. Hurry up and find somewhere safe. Things are dangerous here right now.
You're...
I stared dumbfounded at the man who shielded me. This must be Kanji Tatsumi, one of the Inaba persona users described in the files I went over during the helicopter flight. He still seems okay. That's a relief. Actually, he appears to have a lot of energy to spare. He must really be tough.
Kanji-kun, here comes another! Sukuna Hikuna, go!
The sound of a heavy collision echoes across the floodplain. The fake Koromaru tried to attack Kanji-san, but it was hit by the persona of another person, who came running towards us through the fog. That's Naoto Shirogane, another persona user in Inaba.
Kanji-kun, you were being reckless again. Are you alright?
Naoto, grab the kid and get out of here. I'll take care of this.
Bravery and recklessness are not the same thing. We'll do something about this.
Naoto-san turns to face me. Does this person know about me?
You're Kanemata, a member of the Shadow Operatives Emergency Special Suppression Unit, correct? And you're Koromaru-san. Please lend us your help. We want to return this town to its normal state.
Huh? Shadow operatives? Are you a persona user too? Wait. Does that mean the dog's got a persona too?
Looks like we have some more shitty guests. Fine, whatever. Just hurry up and make a decision. Which of you is fighting me? Oh, you don't have to fight, but your captured companions are having their powers drained, and things may become irreversible if you don't hurry.
What? What are you doing to them?
Who knows? Why don't you find out for yourselves? In any case, bring on the ring.
When the other me raises his spear into the air, 4 pillars fall from the sky and surround us, glowing faintly.
A barrier! Indeed. It must mean that unless we fight and win, we won't be able to proceed any further.
Thank you for sidestepping the whole walking into a quote-unquote invisible wall bit.
Oh good, you understand. That makes things easier. This will be a one-on-one battle. Can we start fighting already? I can't wait any longer.
Cut the bullshit, you fake! You just said it was one-on-one, so what's with the dog?
What, this? The mud hardly counts. He's just a weapon after all.
Kanji-san and Naoto-san are standing between me and this double, as if to protect me. I step forward past them. I'm being too naive. Not only did I let this thing's words deceive me, but I let myself make the same mistake I had before. Even worse, it called Koromaru nothing but more than a weapon. It's been a while since I last felt this emotion. I can't let this go unpunished.
Been too conceited. I didn't understand anything at all.
Ken-kun?
Naoto, don't butt into this. Comes a time when a man's gotta do what a man's gotta do. Ken, huh? I got your back, so settle this for yourself!
Kanji-san takes a seat on the ground. Naoto-san sees this, then holsters her gun and nods to me. They're so awkward, but I'm thankful for their kindness right now.
I will win this. Let's go, Koromaru!
As I raise my spear, the image of someone standing protectively in front of me resonates within, from back then and again just now. The shadow that looks like me stands before me. If I defeat it, I wonder if I'll be able to change. The pretentious tenderfoot duo. Ow. Hi Thomas Valentine, welcome to the stream. How was your day? Ow. Cool. Ow, ow, ow.
You did it! We won!
As you can see, I've never played Ken. Just as the document said, the two of them were summoning their personas without having to use evokers. Because of that, I thought that perhaps I would be able to do so as well, and I was right. But being able to summon personas like this should be possible in that TV world. It should only be possible in that TV world. Has something changed to make this place the same as that other world? While I was thinking about that, I watched the thing that had taken my shape melt into a puddle, like a burning candle. Koromaru sniffs suspiciously at the puddle of black goo and barks once.
Is this a shadow?
Huh? I thought somebody's shadow was supposed to turn into a persona when you beat it.
Kanji-kun, didn't you notice? That wasn't a shadow that came out of Ken-kun. It must have been a fake created to bear his likeness. The most obvious evidence of that is how both fighters were able to summon personas in battle.
Defeating your own shadow makes them into your persona? I see. So that's how you acquired the power of personas.
Huh? That's not how it went for you guys?
Nope.
Yes, we do things a little differently. In any case, thank you.
It's fine. Ow.
Kanji-kun, are you all right?
I'm sorry. It's my fault that you got hurt.
Hey, it's nothing. But, to make up for it...
Yes, what is it?
You think maybe I could, like, pat you on the back or something?
What?
I suddenly remembered something. According to the material I read in the helicopter, the participants in the P1 Grand Prix were all given nicknames that were embarrassing, but had a kernel of truth. And if I recall correctly, Kanji-san's was Beefcake Emperor. What exactly does that mean? It means here we go with another homophobic joke.
God, he's an albino Shiba! This is totes adorbs! Shiba!
Did you just say totes adorbs?
Oh, you meant Koromaru.
Huh? Who else? Who's a good dog? Who got himself a persona? Is it you? Is it you?
We don't have time for this, Kanji-kun. Perhaps later.
Right. Sorry about that, Koro-chan.
Kanji-san gently lets Koromaru go and pulls himself together before turning to me.
There's something I'd like to ask you, Ken-kun. Did you see the Midnight Channel broadcast that came on earlier?
The one where Mitsuru-san and her friends were crucified, right? Was that for real?
I saw it while we were in the helicopter. We were searching for them after they went missing.
I see. Then it's quite possible that what was shown on the Midnight Channel was true.
I have no conclusive evidence that the video was real, but we ought to consider that it was. If that fake me wasn't lying, then they're in danger. We have to hurry and rescue them.
Indeed. Please allow me to get a better grasp of the situation first. Are there any other members of the Shadow Operatives here?
There are 3 of us, including me. Oh, and if we manage to meet up with another one who might be here, that would make 4. I came with Yukari-san and Labrys-san. It seems that Junpei-san got here on his own as well. We split up at Junes, and we're now on the move separately. Labrys-san headed to the tower, and Yukari-san went to find Junpei-san.
It still kills me that that Junpei just happened to land where he needed to be.
Koromaru and I are, we're pursuing someone in particular.
Someone in particular? Is this person related to the case?
I don't know yet, but I'm positive that he attacked our helicopter.
I see. All right then. Is there anything you know about what's happening in this town and that tower that suddenly appeared?
Yacha-san's points to the tower looming out in the fog. The tower is dimly illuminated and by the red light of the moon, and there is an eerie silence. It's just like back then.
Reminiscent of the dark hour that you have experience with.
That's...
The dark hour. Hearing those words come out of Naota-san's mouth baffles me. What's happening here in Inaba is quite similar to the Dark Hour. The appearance of that tower, the shadows, no matter how you think about it, there's no denying the similarities with the caves from 3 years ago. I speak from experience. I can't fake ignorance, but how much am I allowed to tell them about what happened 3 years ago? Seeing me hesitate, Naoto-san looked serious for a moment before quietly speaking up.
I do know something, but it's difficult to explain. Is that accurate?
Yes, I'm sorry.
I can understand well why you're keeping your lips tight, but
This abnormality may be a continuation of the case we had been involved in. If that's so, then I feel guilty about dragging these innocent people into it. Is this how Mitsuru-san always feels? As I'm lost in thought, Kanji-san slaps me on the back.
Hey, stop playing hard to get and just spill the beans already. You know you can count on us.
Kanji-kun's right. Mitsuru-san and the others are close to us too. They must be saved as quickly as possible. Don't we have the same objective here? And there's no reason that we shouldn't be cooperating with each other.
Close to you.
Since they called the people I care for close to them as well, and seem to be seriously worried about them, I don't feel the need to hide anything from them anymore. These people saved me without regard for their own safety, after all.
I see. So that's what happened. But even the document I read reported that Shuji Akutsuki had died. What is going on here?
We exchange what information we each have. Our struggle from 3 years ago. Ordinary people would never understand my story, but Naoto-san and Kanji-san listen to me with serious expressions. And likewise, I hear about their struggle last year. Naoto-san tells me about their own experience. Tells me that their own experience is something that most people would have trouble comprehending as well. We come to understand that we've gained what we've gained through our struggles is the same. The feeling that me, Yukari-san, and Labrys-san, and even Koromaru had while descending into Inaba, and Kanji-san and Naoto-san's feelings about fighting now are the same. We're all fighting to protect something precious to us.
All right. If that's the case, then it'd be fastest if we just charge straight into that tower. Oh!
Hold on. We should head to Junes for now. It's possible that the others have gathered there. And your injuries are considerable, Kanji-kun. I'll accompany you.
Huh? Don't I have any say in?
Just pop him medicine, he'll be fine.
Kanji-kun.
Fine.
What will you do, Ken-kun? Coming to Junes with us is one idea.
Kanji's hurt pretty badly. This is my fault for letting my guard down. Still, would it be right to leave them and continue to the tower alone, just because I'm worried about the others? I haven't found Akutsuki either. What's the right answer here? What can I do in this situation?
Hey, what's the holdup? This should be a no-brainer for you.
Huh?
Your buddies are in danger, so you want to go save them, right? And stop wasting your time thinking about it and go.
Kanji-san.
There's no need to be concerned about us. We'll keep an eye out for anyone resembling Akutsuki on our way to Junes. There's no time. You need to hurry. Once we've met up with our friends, we'll find you again.
Thank you. Koromaru and I will head to that tower.
Ha! That's all you had to say from the start. Careful, though. Another fake might try to jump you like the one here did.
Yes, I know. I won't let my guard down anymore.
I look Kanji straight in the eye. He's a tall guy, but I only have to look up a little to do so. 3 years ago, when I was still in elementary school, I looked up at my taller senpai and strove to become like them. Since then, I suppose I've become impatient without realizing it. I lost sight of what was around me. I felt as if I was the only one being left behind.
Now get going!
Kanji-san tussles my hair and puts his hand on my shoulder.
Please be careful, you two.
With a slight feeling of embarrassment and yet nostalgia, I run along with Koromaru. There are other Persona users besides my senpai from GeckoCon, and they're a little closer to my age too. A new feeling, a new meeting, and new companions. And I'm sure it's not just my imagination, but my heart feels a little lighter now. As I turn the corner, the view before me opens up. I see a slope leading to the tower up on the hill. All right, time for Yukari. I keep bumping my microphone. Everything is still, and it feels like I'm left behind in the flow of time.
I thought there's something wrong with the entire town. This is just like the dark hour.
It's even green in this area. The dark hour. Leaving the fog aside, this town and situation seems very similar to back then. There's a small pang in my heart when I think back on some long-forgotten sensations. But I don't feel anxious. Just like back then, I'm going to save the people close to me.
Anyway, I've got to meet up with Junpei so we can look for Mitsuru-senpai and the others.
That's easy enough to say, but the entire town has become something like a maze, and I'm having trouble getting closer to the station. Since everything, since leaving the others at Junes, I've walked for quite a distance.
Oh, I wonder if everyone's okay. I'm worried about Kikuno-san too. If only Fuka was here.
The sound of the helicopter faded away quickly after it left. The town is oddly quiet. I'm actually glad that there aren't any people around, though. Since I didn't have any time to change, I'm still in my feather pink costume. It didn't bother me much when I was in the helicopter, but just hanging, imagining walking around like this, where other people might see me, would be embarrassing beyond belief.
That's quite a bizarre look you have there, Yukari.
Mitsuru-senpai?
I see a familiar silhouette through the fog. Wait, what? Why is she dressed like a villain from my show? I mean, I know she's never been all that interested in fashion, but in any case, I'm relieved to see her.
Thank goodness you're okay. Are Fuka and Akihiko-senpai with you too? Where's Aigis?
Who knows? Most likely disgracing herself in some unsightly way somewhere. She's capable of getting herself killed on her own.
Huh? Mitsuru-senpai?
I will thank you not to slander P3 Best Girl. Thank you very much.
Don't you think so? You came to this place to do battle to begin with. Isn't that so, Yukari Takeba?
Something's not right. I recall something from the files about the previous P1 Grand Prix. When two people would meet, their words would be twisted, enraging them until a fight ensued. Is that what's happening here?
Mitsuru-senpai, are you all right? Are you really hearing what I'm saying?
Ah, forgive me. We're both under the same circumstances, so let's get along. We were both released from those foolish restraints of our fathers, after all.
That repulsive laugh causes something to snap within me. Dad. I don't care if this is a trap or not, but before I realize it, I'm shouting back at Mitsuru-senpai.
Play games with me? You promised me that we'd fulfill our dad's wishes, that we'd have them watch over us as we work together.
Hold it right there! Please stop fighting over me!
Great!
Huh? What the?
A strange round object bounds towards us. Huh? Is it somebody in a costume? Wait, I remember seeing this in the files that Kakuna-san had prepared for us. This is a Persona user from Inaba. I think the person wearing it was named Teddy. Wait, it's talking now.
I was drawn to the smell of beauties, but here's a couple that are dressed kinda weird.
Yeah, okay. I might not be dressed very sensible right now, but you're the one in a full-body animal suit.
But this isn't Mitchon. It's a complete fake trying to mimic Mitchon's beautiful bod.
God damn it, Teddy.
Mitchon? You mean Mitsuru Senpai? Hold on a sec. A fake?
That's right. This Mitchon is made of shadows and
Just then, Mitsuru-senpai kicks Teddy square in the face, and the suit goes flying with tremendous force and rolls to the edge of the street. He doesn't move a muscle from there. I wonder if he's still alive.
Now bring on the ring.
This may be a fake Mitsuru-senpai, but it looks exactly like the real thing. She raises her hand. Four red posts fall down from the sky and slam into the ground surrounding us. Just then, I noticed that Mitsuru-senpai's eyes are shining in a burning golden color.
Are you really a fake Mitsuru Senpai?
Yes, I didn't intend to hide that fact from you. I am a duplicate, recreated from exact knowledge of Mitsuru killing justice. What?
You took Mitsuru Senpai's form and mocked my dad. I will not forgive this.
I'm in a simple fit of rage. A phenomenon similar to the Dark Hour, a tower that looks like Tartarus. Anything could happen now, and it wouldn't surprise me. But for this thing to take on the form of my best friend and do what it did, it's absolutely unforgivable.
Shadow, right? I won't show you any mercy.
Just going right to it.
Finally!
It ends here. Prepared.
I'm surprised I did that well. I barely touched Yukari either. The moment my victory was decided, I hear something shatter. The red posts begin to crumble, and the creature that had taken on Mitsuru-senpai's form begins to melt.
Yikes! Gross! Oh, but she really was a shadow.
I can't help but wonder at the bizarre sight. That's when Teddy comes rushing over, his footsteps making a strange squeaky sound. Thank goodness, it looked like he hasn't been hurt too badly.
Are you okay? Are you hurt at all?
Nah, but thanks. I'm just a bit ashamed of myself. I knew that was a trap, but I couldn't keep myself from getting worked up. And that wasn't even the real Mitsuru, but a shadow. It's not even funny.
Well, Mitsuru does have does use status effect, so when the topic of my dad came up, I lost my cool. I thought I'd already sorted out my feelings about him too.
Don't feel bad. I mean, I have a keen nose, but I have to get up close and personal to sniff out the difference.
Just bear with it. God damn it, now you have me doing it. With that, With that, Teddy turns to face me and his nose twitches. Huh? That must be a very elaborate costume. Or maybe it's not a costume at all? In either case, it seems this Teddy character has a search ability like Fuka's persona.
Well, thanks. I survived thanks to you.
One must be kind to the ladies. That's the family motto of the Teddy clan.
What clan? There's only one of you!
If you say so. But you're a persona user from this town, right?
I love how she said that.
I'm Yukari Takiba, a member of the Shadow Operatives. Does that mean anything to you?
Oh, you must be a friend of Michan then, Yuka-chan. So, are those clothes a uniform or something?
Yuka-chan, huh? Actually, there's a good reason why I'm dressed like this.
I can sense at least 2 reasons right around here.
Oh my god.
Hey, what do you... Hey! Feather smash!
How cruel! I was just saying hello. Ooh, no wonder you're a hero of justice, Featherman Victory. Even the cold female boss Michan didn't stand a chance against you.
I hear a voice and turn around to discover that a TV somehow appeared behind us without either of us noticing. General Teddy is on the screen, like he had been while I was in the helicopter. The more I look at him, the more he looks just like the Teddy standing next to me. But they're different people, right? He might even be a fake, just as like the copy of Mitsuru-senpai that I just fought.
I know you're here, you imposter. Stop hiding and show yourself. All you did was roll on the ground, but you've got quite a cheeky mouth. But whatever. The real Michan's execution show is gonna start soon, you know?
Execution?
You can't miss this event. The Execution Queen is going to be executed herself. If you don't want that to happen, maybe you should stop dallying around like this and hurry to the tower where I am, Yuka-chan! Hey, hold it right there! Give Michan and the others back!
And just like that, General Teddy disappears from the screen. Mitsuru-senpai is going to be executed? I have to put a stop to it. I really want to find Junpei, but I might have to leave him for later.
Oh no, we have to hurry and save her. Teddy, didn't you say that you have a keen nose?
Yep. You want me to find Michan with my nose, right? Well, I can't stop sneezing in this red fog, though.
Oh, so that's why you were sneezing when you got here. So, it would be helpful if you could search for her.
I mean, there's that big conspicuous tower in the background. We could start by going there.
I'll do it. If Michan's in trouble, I can't rest until she's safe.
Thanks. Having you come along is really reassuring.
Wowza bo bowza! I've been recognized for my skills. I, Teddy, swear to be your knight from this moment forth.
Teddy salutes grandly in the middle of his speech, then sneezes loudly. I've heard that the persona users of Inaba were pretty unique. They do seem a little weird, but I don't necessarily mean that in a bad way. You have a dog on your team. And a robot. Don't even...
Well then, shall we get going, Sir Knight? You can tell me more about your friends, too. But the next time you try something funny, I'll blast you with a hyper feather shot. Got it?
You're so cool, Yuka-chan!
I decided to head towards that Tartarus-like structure with Teddy, and we immediately began dashing in that direction. Sorry, Junpei, you'll have to wait just a little longer. And here we go with Junpei. After I dash into Jeunesse, I rush up the first set of stairs I can
Man,
find.
there's something about being in an empty department store that just makes me want to run around.
Okay, that's a stupid thing to say, even for me. Anyway, as I say that, I hear another scream. Oh, right, I need to rescue whoever that is first. I see what appears to be a rooftop on the other side of a doorway, and I slam the door open. I can see banners for things like takoyaki and yakisoba set up in an open space. Oh, this is what shopping centers in the country are like. There are two other girls standing in the center area, and they both turn to look at me. Could my gallant entry have caught the attention of both of them? One of them is a dark-haired girl holding a fan like a weapon, and the other, huh? I feel like I've seen her before.
What the?
That face, that voice, could it be?
Whoa! Risette? The real Risette? Seriously?
And who are you?
She tilts her head cutely and looks at me, her eyes brimming with tears. Whoa, it really is Risette. I have her DVDs. What should I do? I'm elated by my unexpected good luck and rush between the two girls, reflexively shielding Risette.
I'm the guy who's gonna save you. Don't you fear, now I'm here.
Yeah, I pulled it off. I bet that definitely won Risette over.
And you are? After what you've done to the town and how you've been protecting a fake, you must be the culprit.
What now?
What does she mean, culprit? I'm Junpei Iori. I protect justice more than anything else.
Play dumb. You did such horrible things to Labrys, and now you've gotten Matsuro-san and the others. Put this town back to normal, at once!
Huh? Who? Wait, isn't that the name of Aigis' sister? Yukaton mentioned her. Wait, she mentioned Mitsuru-senpai too? Crap, I think this girl's really misunderstanding me.
There's a misunderstanding. Something's not right here. We need to talk this over.
I desperately try to explain myself, but somebody weakly tugs at my sleeve. I turn around and then get a close-up and personal... An up-and-close and personal view of the real Risette. Oh man, she's cute.
Please, won't you help me? That scary girl is picking on me. She's so mean.
That's the fake.
Huh? Okay, she looks scary, but she doesn't look like a bad person. Actually, she's kind of cute.
If you won't come, then I'll make the first move. Go Konohana Sakuya!
A persona? The shape that appeared when the dark girl called out was definitely a persona. Is she a persona user too? If that's the case...
Persona!
The girl's persona comes flying towards me, wreathed in flames, and it clashes with my own persona in a sound like glass smashing into glass. The two personas are locked against each other in combat. The dark-haired girl seemed surprised at my ability to summon a persona too.
Like I was saying, can you wait a sec? Why are you doing this? Violence isn't the answer, you know.
Don't waste your breath. I will protect my friends and my town.
On closer inspection, the dark-haired girl's eyes are dead serious. I can sense her powerful determination through the power of her persona. But I can't hold her back any longer. This isn't good.
Whoa!
What a pain. What are you, stupid or something?
The dark-haired girl gets blasted across the area with a scream. When I turn back my back, I see another long-haired persona. What? This is a totally unexpected turn of events. Rosetta has a persona too, and that persona made that attack just now.
How long are you gonna keep up this stupid charade? Cheap sob stories don't bring in the ratings these days. What use are friends, anyway?
Definitely the fake.
What?
I'm surprised to hear words like that coming out of this cute pop idol. What's wrong, Rosette?
That's not true. I try harder because of my friends. They make me stronger. They give me people to live up to and people to protect. And if you deny that strength, then I cannot lose against you.
Yep, I can understand that feeling. She's right. Ah, crap. This does mean that I jumped into this thing and immediately took the wrong... Does this mean that I jumped into this thing and immediately took the wrong side? Yep.
You make me sick. Hey, aren't you supposed to be on my side? Hurry up and deal with her.
Yikes. Rosette's fate is even scarier than anything I've seen Yucatan pull off. To think that she is the this kind of girl when she looks so cute. Appearances can be deceiving, huh?
No.
Though I feel like my world is being crushed, I recall that Yucatan wannabe I met earlier. I couldn't tell if she was real or fake at first either. Could this be the fake Rosette, a fake Rosette too? Dang, there's no way to tell. All right.
Hey, say something, you baseball freak.
Sorry.
Huh?
I can't do anything on my own. And people have been helping me all the time until now, too. But because I can't do anything by myself, I want to stay strong for someone else. That's why, even if you're the real Rosette, I can't side with you.
I said it. That was something I learned from back when I've been from back then, and that I've been telling the kids. Well, that doesn't mean that everything you do gets results, though. Even then, I'm only standing here right now because of the support of everyone else.
What's with these cheap cliches? Take a look in the mirror before you say stuff like that. Oh well, I guess it's fine. It would have been more fun if the two of you actually went at it. But I'll invite you both to my last concert before the world ends. Now, bring on the ring!
So, how did this clone of Rise use the battle persona, by the way? I mean, Rise only got to her persona in this story. They shouldn't have that information to create a copy out of. The face of the familiar teen idol distorts, and her eyes change color into an eerie gold. When Rosette raises her hand, 4 red pillars crash down from the sky through the fog and slam into the 4 corners of the food court. Oh, I recognize this. Looks like I was right.
You're not the culprit?
I'm Junpei Iori, the nuclear warhead of the Shadow Operative Missile. I'm sorry I doubted you.
You're calling yourself a nuclear warhead now?
Shadow operatives? You mean Mitsuru-san?
Yep, that's right. Can you stand back a little? It hardly counts as an apology, but I'll take care of this for you.
The faces on the shadows, like, geez.
Final.
Ow.
What a relief. I'm glad you won.
Holy crap. Man, that was tough.
A stylish victory, of course, even though my ears are still ringing. When the red pillars shatter, the fake Zek crumbles then melts. Yeah, that's going into my personal nightmare fuel folder for a while. Maybe I can use this as a news story for Junpei's Believe It or Don't. And we'll get to experience that when Persona when Persona 3 Reloaded comes out next week.
Thank you, Junpei-san. I'm Yukiko Amagi.
Yukiko-san, huh? Are you a high schooler from around here? Can I ask you something?
Huh? Are you hitting on me?
What? Come on, really? I just want to know what's going on in this town.
I'm sorry. I get caught up with weird people too often. You've got a beard and a baseball bat.
Come on, you're treating me more like a criminal suspect than a dude who's hitting on you. I'm not a bad guy, okay? But I can see how you get caught up in situations like that. I mean, you are cute. When it happens, use the Junpei-style stranger danger technique.
Junpei style? Oh, is that like Hanayagi style?
Something like that. I teach kids baseball, and I also teach them basic self-defense from suspicious people. Stranger danger technique number 1. First, you have to yell really loud. Always start by yelling for help.
Huh, okay.
What?
Like that?
Yeah, that was pretty promising.
Yukiko-senpai, get away from him! Himiko!
Rosetta's standing near the entrance of the food court, even though she disappeared only a moment ago. Could this be the real one? But she has her persona out, and I feel like she's just as menacing as the fake from before.
Away from her, you perv!
Holy crap, that was close. This is a misunderstanding, Reset. A misunderstanding.
Turns out luck is not on my side today, is it ever? Looks like it's actually working against me. I get called a perv by my favorite teen idol, and when I learn she has a persona, she hits me with it.
Hold on, Reset-chan. He has a beard, but he's not a creep. Huh?
Rosette finally stops attacking when she hears Yukiko-san call out, and I desperately explain what I've been through up till now. But wow, this really is Rosette, the real Rosette. Maybe luck's on my side after all.
I'm so sorry. I thought Yukiko-senpai was screaming because she was being assaulted. I'm glad you're okay. I figured that if I came to the food court, there'd be someone else here.
I'm glad you're okay too, Rise-chan. And it looks like you can use your persona to fight now? That's amazing!
It's true that Rosette's persona was impressive. Add that in her calling me a perv, and I feel like this experience is going to traumatize me.
So, this is Junpei Lord. He's supposedly a nuclear landmine for the Shadow Operatives.
Oh, so you're one of Mitsuru-san's team. I'm Rise Kujikawa. It's nice to meet you.
You too. Just call me Junpei. And that's supposed to be nuclear warhead, okay?
A nuclear landmine sounds like a huge weakness, doesn't it? It's not that I want to be. It's not what I want to be known as. Then again, neither one of these two seem to have much interest in me, do they?
So, why are you here, Junpei-san? Are you on duty?
Well, I kind of overslept. And then I found out that Mitsuru-senpai and the others are missing. And this town's been turned into this...
Huh? Mitsuru-san and the others are missing? Are they okay?
Well, the Midnight Channel came on again, and General Teddy said there'd be another tournament. It seems that's where they're being held.
Huh? What's the Midnight Channel? It sounds kind of like an adult-rated cable show.
They've already been captured? We've got to hurry and save them. Hold on, I'll try searching for them.
Oh, but I think I know where they are. They're probably over where our school is on the hill.
But my question gets completely ignored. I look in the direction of in the direction Yukiko-san points to see a long, thin shadow, like a pole stuck into the ground. could that be? All that stuff I've seen in this town so far. The dark hours, shadows. Of course, the next would be.
Tartarus?
I'm at a loss for words. I mean, it's not too hard to imagine that the tower would show up here, especially with the way things are at the moment. If that's the case, then I'd bet at 1,000,000 yen that Yucatan and the others are going to be headed there. Well, if I went there too, I might be able to meet up with everyone.
Junpei-san, is anybody else from the Shadow Operatives here too?
Hey, Lotus Prince, welcome to the stream. It's been going good for me, though. You know, my recent edit has screwed up, so I'm going to have to start rendering that again before I go to bed. How's your day been?
Huh? Oh yeah, I think so. Maybe.
I'm not really listening to her, so my automatic answer probably isn't what she wants to hear. The sudden silence snaps me out of my thoughts, and I see the two girls staring at me, frowning. Being all right, chilling. Just need to finalize and submit grades, and then I should be done for the semester. Cool. Also wrapped up in. And stuff. Yeah, I saw you uploaded a video of that earlier. The sudden silence snaps me out of my thoughts.
Are you really a member of the Shadow Operatives? You seem fishy. Maybe he's a fake after all.
No, I'm real. Look, all of us have a badge, like this.
Huh.
I frantically explain my situation and show them the badge I carry with me. Even though I managed to get them to believe me, I'm a little ashamed that I don't have much information to give. That can't be helped. So we conclude that Rosette will search for the surrounding area with her persona. But isn't it inevitable that I wouldn't know much about what's going on? Then again, it is kind of my fault that I fell asleep on the train and just happened to land where you needed to be. That I will never let that go. He just completely missed his stop, and because he was sleeping, dreaming of being a big baseball star, and just landed in the town where he needed to be.
Well, give me a sec. Himiko, search mode.
Rosette's persona takes on a drastically different form. She closes her eyes and concentrates, so it's pretty obvious that she started searching the area. Wow, it's amazing that she has a persona that can both search and fight.
I have 4 readings heading towards Yasogami High and that tower. I think one of them is Labrys, but I don't know about the other 3.
Huh? Labrys is here too?
Mm-hmm. I can't communicate with her because the interference is so bad, but I'm pretty sure.
And those other readings aren't shadows, right?
They feel like persona users. One of them is strangely small, though.
It's probably Koromaru. He's a dog.
A dog?
You got a shadow on your persona team. Don't even.
Dog can use a persona? How?
Well, it makes more sense than a shadow using a persona.
I don't know. He just can.
Junpei-san, you seem...
Wait until they read JoJo. A rat can use a stand. A little baby can use a stand. Yeah, that is where Persona and JoJo differ, though. Because it's like Personas require a developed psyche.
pretty vague about everything.
I feel like they're being really harsh, without any hesitation. 3 readings that Rosette doesn't know. If one of them's Koromaru, then the next one must be Ken. Then the last one must be Yucatan. I tell the 2 girls about the others. Rosette continues searching.
Oh, there's someone Naoto-kun. And Kanji? Kanji's reading is pretty weak, though. He might be injured.
Oh my god, this music. This is one of my favorite tracks in Persona 3.
You can't communicate with them, right? If they're close, then should we go directly there to help them out? Yeah, but then we're putting a hold on rescuing Mitsuru-san and her team, aren't we?
Right. So you two should hurry to where this Kanji-kun is. I'll keep heading to that tower. Based on what you said before, it sounds like my comrades are going that way after all.
Okay. Oh, but...
Oh, right. That would leave you two girls alone. Do you want me to go with you? I mean, if you really want me, I'll do it.
Did my phone just... No, it didn't. I thought I heard my phone and ring. Well, I'm struggling. I'm suggesting that the two girls might want me around, just in case of. Well, just in case. I noticed that they're both looking at me with blank expressions. Huh? What's going on? Did I say something weird?
Junpei-san, are you going to be okay on your own?
Well, it's Junpei, so... Kinda? He might be banged up before he arrives, mostly by his own doings, but still.
Are you sure you won't get lost? The town's turned into something like a maze.
Oh, he'll definitely get lost. Maybe they're the ones worried about me? I wonder how low their opinion of me is right now.
I'll be fine. Maybe I don't look it, but I've got experience with stuff like this.
Oh, okay. We'll go meet up with the others before heading to that tower. Please be careful, Junpei-san.
With that, the two girls easily leave the food court. They didn't freak out over this bizarre situation at all. Man, high school girls these days sure are tough. I pull myself together and begin rushing towards that Tartarus-like tower. Even since I became a shadow operative, this is the first time I've encountered an abnormal situation like this. Basically, the last time something like this happened to me was 3 years ago. While I'm running, I think back to what happened back then, and I remember him. Don't worry about me, man. I got this. Okay, obviously this is just going to be a scene.
I keep telling you not to do. They're a real pain, you know?
Cripes, you never shut up, do you? Just shut up, you little shit. Shut up before I cut you down right now.
I thought you called me because you needed me. You're the one who's getting impatient. Well, I'm going for a walk.
Of a bitch, I really am gonna kill him sooner or later. Hey, stick with me.
Yeah, you do be like that. Until he gets rather murderous, then he goes insane. Sounds, no voices, two voices responding to each other. A conversation. I feel two presences nearby. My senses slowly return as I rise out of unconsciousness. But before I can register the individual word being said, the conversation ends. I feel one of the presences in the room moving away.
Looks like you're awake.
I furrow my brow. The person standing before me has a different presence than either two that I had sensed. A red-haired young man, and in a Yasogami High uniform. Did a child like him capture us? Oh God, it's Skyrim now.
What have you done with the others? Let them go.
at once.
At some point, I gotta do a full playthrough of Skyrim.
So those are your first words after regaining consciousness. I don't think you understand your situation.
I understand that I've been captured by some boorish people at the very least.
We were ambushed at Inaba Pass, caught completely off guard. The limousine was sent over the edge, with us inside, and now I find myself here. My arms and legs are bound. Someone has taste in binding me like this. I recall a particularly loathsome memory from the past. This cross must be the cause of this immense sense of fatigue that I'm feeling in my entire body. I don't seem to be able to summon my persona.
Who are you? Is this all you're doing?
That was a pointless question. Even if it is, what are you going to do about it? Jump down off that cross and kill me?
Don't tempt her, man. She can do it. I look around at my surroundings. This place, the place where my companions have been captured and crucified in the past, is the where my father met his unfortunate end.
Shuji Kutsuki. Is this revenge for him?
Yeah, while Persona 3, they mostly took from Greek mythology for its persona and its personas and setups. There was some Christian imagery used, and crosses were one of them.
Revenge. A pointless word. What do you think of the previous performance? It must have seemed like something from Ikutsuki's own mind.
Performance?
Sure, SMT leaned into that stuff too, just straight up fighting Yahweh. Yeah, though, Persona 4 takes a much different approach. Each game, at least as of 3, had a theme. With Persona 3, it was mostly taken from Greek mythology. The main character's initial persona was Orpheus, and you were climbing in a tower called Tartarus. Yes, but they did like spread out when it came to the evolutions of the personas. As with Persona 4, it was all based on Shinto mythology, with the backdrop of Izanami and Izanagi, and every Persona user, every Persona in the game being named after some god or historical figure from Japan. And Persona 5 held the theme of rebellion, so every persona in that every main persona in that game was an outlaw. The main character is a persona in Persona 5 was Arsene, the gentleman thief. Which is how I learned about the Sherlock Holmes thing, because like the writer for Arsene, he wrote a book where Arsene butted heads with Sherlock Holmes, and he got into trouble for that because of copyright reasons. So but he didn't stop using Sherlock Holmes after that. He would continue using the detective in multiple stories, but he changed the name to Sherlock Holmes. He just switched the 2 letters. Yeah, though the Japanese version does use the proper Sherlock Holmes. Apparently, I guess Sherlock Holmes and Watson are in like the public domain over there. When we pursued Labrys and entered the TV world last time, a mastermind robbed Labrys of her freedom and spoke of his own evil scheme. That's right. His speech did resemble Akutsuki's own mannerisms. That was why we narrowed our search for the culprit down to those as related to ergo research, and how we were able to gather more information.
Don't worry. He's dead. Not just dead, but killed. You must understand. You're a Kiricho.
Are you trying to say that we killed him? But he was...
I hear something dripping right next to me. Crimson eyes shone cruelly behind the golden mask. White and black liquid swirl surround its head. Is this a persona? Suddenly, it slams the hilt of its sword into my abdomen, and the blow sends my mind reeling, but I barely manage to retain consciousness. Oh, and this persona here is Tsukuyomi, the god of the moon.
Ikutsuki doesn't matter. You're nothing but bait after all.
What?
I've shown them how you've been captured. How touching. Your comrades are gathering one after another.
What are you after? What do you intend to do to my comrades?
Even your calm, collected facade cracks when your little friends are involved. Don't worry. You'll all die together eventually. Not just you, but all life itself.
It feels so weird to keep calling them comrades. Yeah, they do. It's kind of weird that they are using comrade. It feels kind of impersonal. Well, Mitsuru isn't a high school student anymore. She was third year during Persona 3.
I will destroy this world. Everything will die, and this place will be reborn into a new world, his world.
In fact,
one life remains.
In fact, most of the students from Persona 3 aren't in school anymore, since this is 2 years after.
His world? Preposterous. I don't know how you intend to bring this about, but I won't let you create a world like that.
I don't need your understanding. All I will do is grant a boy his wish.
Boy?
That's right. Doesn't it ring a bell, Kiricho? Your desires created that boy and gave birth to me.
Well, kind of, sort of. There are different particulars. I think some of them are in college, but like the Persona 3 gang are all part of like a group known as the Shadow Operatives in this story. They're like a secret. Cabal. No, basically, basically they're to fight monsters.
What?
Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Minazuki. Sho Minazuki.
Or rather, a
embodiment of your sins.
Or rather, a secret police force. I should say they're more related to a police force because they are government sanctioned.
Just take your time and wait.
Sho Minazuki. That name was in the report I received from Kikuno. That's right. It was the name I saw in Shuji Akutsuki's experiment data. If I recall correctly, that experiment was a number of pieces of to this puzzle fall into place for me.
Wait!
I raise my voice as loud as I can to the boy, who has his back turned to me. Suddenly, I'm struck with a sensation of something being drained from my body, and my vision blurs. I desperately try to cling to consciousness. I must escape this place and stop this plan. I won't let him destroy this world, no matter what. It feels like it's been a while since I left Yukari-san and Ken-kun at Junes. While wandering the fog-shrouded town of Inaba, I used this time to carefully review the data on the memory card Kikuno gave me. All these documents deal with ergo research. Even with my calculation abilities, I won't be able to unlock the protection on that final file in an appreciable period of time. It's with a slight feeling of disappointment that I finally reach the entrance of Yasogami High. I stand petrified before it. The eccentric decorations and this distorted school building look familiar, but the gigantic tower looming overhead exudes intimidation much more than when we saw it from the helicopter. I look back down the path I came from and see the town spread around the hilltop I find myself on. The town of Inaba has been twisted into a mind-numbing maze, sunken into the murk of the stagnant red waters of the fog.
Nobody around. I hope everyone's okay.
Before I can become absorbed by my emotions, my radar detects someone approaching.
I found you.
I hear a familiar voice, and I see a figure coming up the hill. That's...
Oh, thank goodness you're here.
Yeah, I was waiting for you. I knew you'd be coming here.
Huh?
Something's not right. Yukon's missing something. I don't feel any kind of warmth from him. There's nothing of that kind of the kind of consideration he has towards his friends. At the same time, an internal sensor begins to alert me of the presence of an approaching enemy, and a message transmits itself furiously into my sensors. Eliminate the target's shadow.
Wait, Yukon. You're a shadow.
Not bad, anti-shadow suppression weapon. Then again, I never intended to deceive you by taking this form.
Showing up looking like Yukon. What's your game, buddy?
I came to warn you. Where you are is not where you should be.
What are you saying?
Don't get so worked up. Don't you know it? Deep down, you know that you're nothing but trouble to them. If you'd never shown up, this town would have been peaceful. They don't think of you as a friend. You're just a nuisance that brought them to scorn.
Yeah, yeah, so, Labrys has like a Kanto accent, or a Kansai accent, I should say. And for some reason, when they translate it into English, they make it sound like a Southern belle.
Well, but they all accepted me for who I am.
No matter what excuse you give, you're still just a weapon. A tool can never befriend a human, and you will never be accepted by them either.
That ain't true. That can't be.
I desperately try to deny it, but my words fail me. I'm a machine, and I was created as a weapon. I am nothing but a tool to destroy shadows. There's no way something like me could befriend people. My heart begins to crumble. I came this far, but...
What about you, Labrys? What'll you do?
I hope Mitsuru-san and the others are okay. Could you please go right to that tower? We'll head over there too as soon as we can.
As my heart is about to crumble, a familiar voice echoes in my mind. That's right. I came here with the trust of my comrades. That's why I won't falter anymore.
I am a weapon. My body is mechanical and my heart was given to me. No matter what I wish I was, I can never be human.
Oh?
But Yukun and them, Mitsuru-san and Yukari-san, and even Ken-kun all think of me as someone precious. I'm the 5th generation anti-shadow suppression weapon. I'm Labrys, a member of the Shadow Operatives.
I see. Since you just awakened to your persona, I thought you could be shaken up again. But circumstances have changed. I'll have to change you by force. Now bring on the ring!
With that, the fake Yukon draws his sword. At the same time, 4 red pillars from the sky fall from the sky and land around us. I'm trapped. This will have invisible walls, just like the other time. But they're not invisible, though. You can see the borders right there. This closed-off space won't open until one of us is defeated. In other words, I...
Really want to do this, huh? Sorry, but I ain't about to hold back.
Don't underestimate me. I may be artificial, but I'm a complete copy. Based on everything there is to know about the real person. I'll prove it to you. Persona!
No way. They can't be.
Now, show the true power of an anti-shadow weapon!
You asked for it.
Finally!
My name, bitch!
A good fight. That was sufficient. My objective has been accomplished.
Even though I fought fiercely, my body performed smoothly thanks to my recent maintenance. The fake Yukon had fallen to the ground at my final strike, and its form begins to bubble into the black ooze and fall into a black ooze and fall apart.
It really was a shadow.
The melting Yukon suddenly spits out balls of golden light. These orbs pass through the school gate and fly up towards the top of the tower, looming over the school building. The sounds of our battle echo away. The silence envelops the area again. Doggy!
Labrys-san! Ken-kun! Koromaru-san!
I'm overcome with surprise as Ken-kun makes his way to me. Koromaru-san has been at Ken-kun's side, but he dashes over to me.
Glad you're safe. Is something wrong?
Ken-kun has a worried expression. Even though the fake Yukon had been in a shadow, the harsh words coming from what appeared to be Yukon's face have still left me agitated. But
I'm okay.
I won't be deceived any longer. We have to save the others and solve this case as soon as we can. Ken-kun seems to notice my resolve and nods to me.
If anything comes up, please
please feel free to talk to me about it. That is, if you're okay with sharing it with me.
I thank Ken and then suggest we compare whatever information we've gathered up till now. The enemy seems to be using fakes made from shadows to challenge us to fight. Ken reports that he encountered a copy of himself, but he was saved by Kanji-kun and Naota-kun and in the nick of time. Thank goodness, Yukon and his friends have noticed the strange situation and that has befallen in this town. I decide to tell Ken-kun about what had happened a moment ago, including my own unease as well.
I see. That must have been tough.
Yeah, I got to wondering what I would do if the real Yukon thought the same way. And that got me all scared.
It's difficult to truly believe in other people.
Ken-kun?
It would be easy for me to say that he'd never think that way about you. But people are weak. They can't help but believe in things that make life easier for them. That's only deceiving yourself, though. You need to have resolve if you want to learn the truth. Even if that means getting hurt yourself. Resolve. If you're worried about the truth, then I believe you should go to him directly and find out how he feels. Otherwise, you'll never be true friends.
Ken-kun.
Oh, I'm sorry for being so impolite. It's easy to tell others to learn unpleasant truths, but it's more like I'm trying to convince myself.
Koromaru-san stares up at me. I feel that he's telling me what Ken-kun's saying is right. I should find out for myself. If Yukon and his friends are headed here as well, I'll see them eventually. I should use that time to...
I see. A relationship between two people cannot be formed until they speak their minds to one another. Doing so requires this resolve.
Oh God, it's him.
Who's there?
We stand ready at the sudden voice. Oh, not who I was thinking. It's been a while since I've heard Nakutsuki's voice. You can't blame me. Been a while since I heard Theodore's voice, too. The silver-haired man wearing dark blue clothing steps from the shadows of the school gate. Where did he come from? My radar didn't detect him at all. Wait, I'm still not detecting him.
Who are you?
Ah, how truly rude of me. My name is Theodore. I didn't intend to eavesdrop on you. But as I wandered in search of cola, I found myself here.
That blue costume. Are you connected to Elizabeth?
Such a vibrant shade of blue. His distinctive clothing looks familiar. Elizabeth, the girl who I met during the previous case, who also helped me remember a number of things. She appeared in my dream earlier today too, and said some deeply meaningful things before disappearing. The man standing before me has an air familiar, similar to hers.
Why? So you know of my sister?
Labrys-san, is this person an enemy?
Probably not. Elizabeth helped me realize a ton of stuff, but, well, she came on a little strong sometimes.
That can be summed up in 3 words. Mega de Leon for everyone.
Oh? Was she rude to you? She once forced me to eat a large quantity of cinnamon, and I thought my mouth was going to be desiccated forever.
How did that happen?
Cinnamon?
Please, don't worry about it. It is merely a bittersweet page from our youths.
I see.
Oh, right. My name's Labrys. This is Ken-kun and Koromaru-san. They're my... well...
It's nice to meet you, Theodore. We're Labrys-san's comrades.
comrades.
Thank you for the polite introductions. It is a pleasure to meet you.
I'm thinking that's a weird translation issue because it seemed they seem to like switch between friends and comrades. comrades. I was embarrassed, but the way Kenkun said it without any hesitation warms my heart. Probably the original Japanese can be taken as used there can be taken as friends or comrades. I do have many comrades right now who are with me. The way they interact with me naturally makes me think that perhaps I'm the only one who minds what I am. I feel like such a fool for being so anxious. I can't help but smile.
By the way, on a different subject, has anyone seen my sister Elizabeth anywhere?
Elizabeth? Nah. The last time I saw her was in a dream. I haven't seen her around here.
Is that so? There's something I was meaning to ask her if I managed to find her. I saw traces of cinnamon along the road here, so I thought that she might have come this way.
Elizabeth is here? She said in her dream, that should be my dream, shouldn't it? She said in my dream that she was searching for power. If she happened to come across this town while it's in such a special situation, wouldn't it make sense that she would come to this tower?
Please forgive me. It seems I've detained you for too long. Please, do not be alarmed. I have no intention of getting in your way.
Oh, that's right. We need to hurry. Labrys-san, shall we get going? Huh? But don't we have to wait for Yukari-san? Do you remember what that General Teddy said when he showed up on the monitor? Oh, if we don't fight and win the P1 climax within an hour, the world will end. Yes, that's why I think it's important we rescue Mitsuru-san and the others as quickly as possible.
Which tells me this tower either is incredibly dinky compared to Tartarus, or it's got a fast way up, because there's no way you're climbing Tartarus within 1 friggin' hour. It took a year to do it in Persona 3.
Yukari-san will be fine. Junpei-san's strong too, after all.
Kenkun and make sure that Yukari-san and Junpei-san will be all right. Is this what it means to believe in others?
All right, let's go. See you, Theodore.
Please, take care. Still, where am I to obtain this?
Theodore walks away, mumbling to himself, and then the three of us head into the school building. Plot twist, Theodore is Teddy solely based on the names. Actually, no. What did P4 spell it? Teddy. Yeah, the second one is correct, but like, okay, I already explained this earlier, but I'll explain it again for your benefit. In Persona, in Persona 3, in each Persona game, there's different attendants to the Velvet Room. The Velvet Room being where you like go to make personas and power up and stuff like that. In Persona 3, the attendant was Elizabeth, but with Persona. Igor is the master of the Velvet Room. Elizabeth and the rest in the blue clothes are his attendants. But yeah, like when Persona 3 Portable came out, they added they added the ability to play as a female character, a female main character. And in that one, in that route, you had the ability to choose whether you wanted the elevator attendant to be male or female. Well, if you selected male, you would get Theodore. If you selected female, you would still get Elizabeth. Yeah, and the Velvet Room, in the Velvet Room in each game takes on a different form. As of P3, they would take the form of They would take the form of something that would relate to the current main character in a sense, and it represents your journey through life. In Persona 3 was an elevator. In Persona 4 it was a car. And in Persona 5 it was a prison because the main character in that game was branded a delinquent, and his life was ground to a halt. When we entered the school building, we find that the red fog has filled the halls as well, ruining our visibility. The hallways seem to go on forever, and the classrooms lining both sides are distorted. So, what's the opinion on P3's Velvet Room? Well, it made sense, and I wasn't aware you were leading up to a joke there. But we'll see more of that when P3 Reloaded comes out next year. I definitely plan to play that. This is similar to the way this building had been in the TV world. The red fog increases the creepiness tenfold. That ought to be uplifting. God damn it. The fog even mutes our footsteps as we proceed. As we walk along, Koromaru-san growls.
Koromaru-san? It would seem there's someone inside this classroom.
The door reading music room is slightly ajar, and the fog is pouring through the crack. I put my hand on the door. Ken-kun and I silently nod to one another. I throw open the door, and Ken-kun and Koromaru-san rush inside. I follow them. At the center of the music room is a cross, just like the ones we saw on the monitor in the helicopter. The person tied to it is Akihiko-san.
Sonata-san, we'll get you down at once.
Ken?
Kenko rushes over to the cross and unbinds Akihiko-san. Akihiko-san is quite weak, and he stumbles once he's released from the ropes. Ken-kun and I hold him up on our shoulders.
Thanks for saving me, Ken, Labrys, and Koromaru too?
Sorry to barge in on you. I couldn't wait to hear your story, so I came here.
I'm glad you're so impatient. Sorry about this.
I'm glad you're safe now. Where are the others?
Am I late again? Sorry, guys, my bad.
I turn around in surprise at the sudden voice from behind us. A man wearing a backwards baseball cap is standing at the music room's door.
Hey, Ken and Koromaru. And, are you Labrys?
Junpei-san, it's been a long time. I'm glad you made it here. Did you run into Yukari-san along the way?
Are you the real one or the fake one? Junpei-san, beginning personal scan. Identified. Junpei Iori. As I thought, he is another of Mitsuru-san's comrades. It's from high school. He is currently listed as a member of the auxiliary staff of the Shadow Operatives.
Glad? You're glad about stealing the limelight from me?
Okay, so you're the fake one. Gonna refer to friends as comrades from now on. Kenkun's expression changes, and he quietly moves his spear into a combat position. Scanning. Subject confirmed as a shadow.
You're on to me already, huh? Oh well, I wasn't gonna try to hide it anyway.
I've never faced Junpei-san before.
Kenkun laughs to himself and takes a step forward. Koromaru-san stands close by him. Seeing the two of them so ready to battle makes me blurt out my doubts.
Ken-kun, are you okay with fighting somebody who looks just like one of your buddies?
And my voice totally didn't just crack back then. What are you talking about?
I mean, aren't you afraid? Like, what What if that's the real one?
No. Kenkun smiles at me and then explains himself in a tone of voice that makes me feel silly for doubting him.
That's a silly question, Labrys-san. Even if it did turn out to be the real Junpei-san, if I'm truly being challenged, then I can never back down. Truly challenged?
True friends beat each other up.
Yes. When it comes down to it, I will stand up and fight for anything I truly believe in, even if I must do so against my own companions.
That's a silly question, yeah.
Looks like you're finally learning to talk like that, Ken.
Akihiko-san!
Labrys, let me tell you something. Even if the enemy you face is someone you once counted as a friend, in a battle for your beliefs, the bonds formed between true comrades will never break.
Are you trying to bore me to submission? Let's get this over with already. Bring on the rain!
Your funeral. The fake Junpei-san summons the red pillars. Akihiko-san looks confused for a moment, but Kenkun explains the rules to him.
Selfish rules as always. Now, normally I'd take him on, but let me take a quick break from the fighting for now.
Yes, please rest, Sonata-san. We can handle this.
Akihiko-san smiles happily and takes a step back. Kenkun stands firmly in front of the shadow and takes a position. His resolve is so powerful that this young man looks strong even to me. But I can't forget that I'm a shadow operative as well.
I can do it too.
I'm totally doing it. I promised a funeral, I'm gonna damn well deliver it.
Final.
Seriously?
Don't let this wind get to your head. Keep training.
Tried to warn you. Okay, I'm actually going to take a quick bio break. For now, give me a sec. I got my question. Got called silly right in front of Junpei. I must destroy Junpei so he doesn't tell. Anyway, I gotta take a bio break. Give me a sec, everyone. Alright, I'm back. Cracks form in the red pillars and they crumble into dust, then vanish entirely. At the same time, the form of the fake Junpei-san melts into a black vortex. Time to continue for the love of God, don't ask silly questions game. The proof that we had been fighting a fake makes me feel a little relieved.
Are you alright, Sonata-san?
I wish I could say I was, but I'm pretty exhausted. I won't be able to call on my persona for a while. I guess that cross drains the spiritual energy from whoever's stuck on it.
Karamari speaks up, as if trying to get our attention. The remains of the shadow swirling around in the center of the room releases small balls of light and rises into the void above the room.
Weird. The same thing happened to the fake Yukun, too.
It's flowing up. Does that mean it's being collected somehow? What in the world is that?
There's something else that I've noticed. Everyone in Inaba, aside from us Persona users, has vanished. Doesn't that remind you of the Dark Hour and Tartarus?
That's ominous. If I remember right from last time we were here, the enemy was trying to turn personas into shadows and collect their power. And we know all too well what happens when shadows gather in Tartarus.
Sonata-san, immediately after we reached Inaba, we were attacked by someone who looked very similar to Ikutsuki.
Ikutsuki? That's impossible. We saw him.
Yes, though I don't know if it was really him. But one of the Persona users from Inaba, Naoto-san, knew about Ikutsuki.
The detective, huh? So they're running around out there too.
Indeed. I wanted to find an explanation to this situation as soon as possible, so we shared what we knew with each other.
This is their town. No matter how much we might try to stop them, they have the right to protect this place. Mitsuru knows that at least. Though it seems like she was trying to bear the entire burden herself again. And they're all incredibly skilled, too. If we can meet up with them, we'll be able to solve this case that much quicker. You made the right call, Ken.
Thank you.
Ikutsuki, huh? If he's really behind this, then we're at even more of a disadvantage. Sorry, Ken, but let me make sure I've got it all straight.
Now that Akihiko-san has recovered his senses somewhat, we both explain the sequence of events we've experienced up until this point.
So we fell right into the enemy's trap and got ourselves captured. How careless of us.
There's no time to waste here. Akihiko-san is far from his normal condition, and he appears to have recovered enough to be able to walk on his own. We leave the music room and decide to look for some stairs so we can head up. Since the remains of the fakes were all going upwards, we conclude that there must be something above us that they're all going to.
By the way, Sonata-san, how have Mitsuru-san and the others been? I haven't seen them in a while.
I hadn't seen her in a long time till I got back either. Don't worry, she hasn't changed at all. If anything, she seemed even more dreadful.
I see. I don't know if I should feel relieved or worried. What? Does Mitsuru-san scare you too? She's always really nice to me.
You just don't know how frightening she can be. Try getting hit with that kick of hers. You won't eat normally for a week.
I love how he says that as if he's experienced it.
She's very intense. And that's coming from me. Now that I think about it, I can't believe she was just a high school student when we met. Huh. If that's the case, then I'll try asking her to start being nicer to you two. You can't. You don't have to get so flustered, you know?
These two have been so calm and rational when confronted with the fake Junpei-san. Seeing them so distraught over the thought of this, I can't help but laugh. Akihiko-san and Ken smile with embarrassment. Karamari-san walks on coolly as if this was no concern of his. It must be rather difficult to really express your true feelings. I mean, she doesn't call her punishments executions for nothing. Okay then, time to check in on Yukari. Yep. They use the Velvet Room theme for the menus. It is a pretty famous track. With Teddy as a guide, we climb the hill leading to the tower. I see what appear to be the front gate of a school, and there's a sign of a wall reading Yasugami High School. The building ahead of us looks like an ordinary school at first glance, but when I look up, there are a number of things wrong with it.
Is this really Sensei's school? It looks even weirder than it did before.
Yikes, this is really bad. I haven't seen anything like this since 3 years ago.
Even from up close, it's strikingly similar to Tartarus. A nest of death where shadows roam free, and a tower of darkness built to summon death itself. Yeah, that's not they're not really being colorful. Well, Tartarus is the place in Hades, in Greek mythology, where basically sinners go. It's technically the ancient Greek version of hell, but you don't exactly have to die to go there. I do have that game, by the way. I should start a series on it at some point. But yeah, it tied into the whole Orpheus thing I mentioned before, because the story of Orpheus was he went into the underworld. He went into Hades to get his beloved Eurydice back because she died, and he got. And this is not only a feat that very few heroes have actually done, going to Hades and back, but he did so without fighting. He was a musician by trait, and he even got by Cerberus by playing him a song. That's why we have that's where we get that's where we get the saying, "Music soothes the savage beast." And in fact, he used music to convey his emotions to Hades, and Hades was so taken by it that he decided to give Orpheus a chance. Unfortunately, Orpheus ultimately failed, but yeah, I do know Orpheus appears in Hades. I actually played quite a bit of it before I finally decided to start VTubing. And the Tower of but that's not all. Strange markings line the ground and walls, all the way from the gate to the school building itself. Posters have been put up on the walls and even in the windows, oddly matching the eeriness of the building.
There's a bunch of posters up. It kind of reminds me of a school festival. The Sister Complex Kingpin of Steel?
That's Sensei! Sensei is so strong, kind, and a reliable leader.
They are talking of a different personification of death, though. When they mean death, they like using the Arcana as the name. Because as in Persona, shadows and personas are categorized by the Arcana, the major Arcana, the Tarot.
And over here's Chie-chan. She trains a ton every day, and she eats a ton too.
Teddy points out the different posters, one after another, and happily tells me about his friends. Seeing him like this, I got a sense of how much he values his friendships with these people. They must be a great bunch of people.
Huh? There's a poster of Mitsuru Senpai too? The Imperious Queen of Executions.
I mean, that does track. She does call her punishment execution. She does call her punishments execution. That goes all the way back to P3.
What's wrong, Yuka-chan? What about Mid-chan?
Oh, it's nothing. I just remembered something that happened during our school trip.
We will get to that when we play play Reloaded.
Oh, an execution, huh? Well, I know what that's like.
No, you don't. Not from Mitsuru.
Huh? Have you done that to someone before?
Nah, it was done to me. And I see Hammer to repay me for my innocent curiosity. Just remembering it gives me the chilly willies.
Good lord.
Oh, I can imagine that. Talking to you reminds me of someone I know. There's an idiot in our group, too.
Oh, lucky me. I found Yucatan.
Hark! Said idiot arrives!
Junpei?
I'm surprised to see the next face. Wait a sec. I have to consider what happened with that copy of Mitsuru-san from earlier. He's wearing a baseball uniform for some reason. Could this be another fake? I put some distance between us and knock an arrow.
Right there. I told Junpei to wait for me at the station. What are you doing here?
You really thought he would stay put?
Hey, wait a second. That's no way to greet your old friend. You're supposed to get emotional. Oh, wait. Are you another monster, Yukari?
A monster? Me? Wait, so are you the real Junpei?
Ugh, he reeks of sweat. Seriously, can't you have some consideration for the people who have to smell you? He's real.
Huh?
Whoa, aren't you the guy who was on TV earlier? Why are you with Yucatan?
Why? Because I'm Yuka-chan's knight in fuzzy armor, obviously. In other words, we share a pledge of eternal love.
God damn it, Teddy. Also, fuzzy armor sounds like a terrible protective decision.
Eternal love?
Yuka-chan, do you know this weirdo with a beardo? Whoever he is, I don't think he's a fake.
Okay, first off, that's a goatee.
Yeah, I know him. You seem energetic as always, Junpei.
Oh, is that what's going on here? Wait, don't be ridiculous. I'm obviously the real me.
I can kind of tell, too. That baseless confidence in himself, yeah, it's probably the real Junpei.
Well, I'm glad you're safe. And sorry, I told you to wait at the station. But then I heard that Mitsuru-senpai and the others are in danger.
Nah, it's cool. I was kind of wandering around too. But wait, they've been captured? Seriously?
Yeah, about that.
I'm a little relieved to be able to meet up with a familiar face. We trade some nostalgic banter while we share what we've learned and about what's happening in Inaba. I had my doubts when I heard how Junpei miraculously ended up in Inaba, even before the rest of us, but I guess that's just like him. He barely has a grasp of the situation, and he keeps going on about how some cute girl he met at Junes's. About how cute some girl he met in Junes's. I don't want to hear about that stuff. At least I learned that the persona users of this town are acting like their own, are acting on their own during this unusual, are acting on their own during this unusual phenomenon.
What? Junpei, you ran into Rise-chan and Yuki-chan? Were they all right?
Yep, totally fine. Man, school chicks these days are really tough. By the way, who are you anyway? Aren't you that, what was it, General Teddy?
How dare you! It's outrageous that you treat me the same as that faker. I'm the one, the only, the adorable Teddy.
Yeah, you're right. The fake Teddy is much more bearable. God damn it, I did it again. Well, yeah. I didn't intend to push too many questions on the poor guy, but Teddy's existence is something of a mystery. What do I know? What I do know is that he's an Inaba persona user, and and he's not an enemy.
The General Teddy from the broadcast appears to be a copy of Teddy here. Teddy's a persona user from this town, and he's looking for his friends.
Huh? You can use a persona? I figured you were nothing but a walking costume.
Again, do I have to point out that you have a robot and a dog on your team? This shouldn't even faze you at this point.
Grr, how rude. I'm not just an empty suit. I have a persona, and I have something inside, too. Look.
Inside? Teddy suddenly undoes his zipper. Huh? That's removable?
Hello, everyone.
I just needed to catch that look on their faces.
Whoa, white guy.
What's going on here? The sudden appearance of this young kid inside the suit is startling. Actually, even before that.
There really is something inside.
I worked hard to grow this body because I wanted to score with a girl. Nice to meet you, Junpei.
God damn it, Teddy.
Oh, your Japanese is a little off, though. You make a costume, not grow it. Do you understand? Make, not grow.
Stop talking like an idiot, Junpei. But wow, I figured you were empty too.
I'm sorry. Did I surprise you, Yuka-chan?
Ugh, this is starting to break my brain. I'm sorry to ask you this once you took it off, but can you just keep your costume on for now?
Aw, but I just came out. Ooh, but this must mean that you like my bear skin better. Ta-da! Look! It's original flavor Teddy again. So don't hold back. Ladies and other ladies, start your snugglings!
Moving on.
Oh, come on, guys. Enough playing around. Let's go. We have to hurry and find the others.
Yeah, if you can't already tell, I'm not the biggest fan of Teddy.
Huh? Oh, right.
Go, go, go!
When we're about to go inside, Teddy suddenly stops and stands straight up. Could his keen nose really work when he's wearing that costume? Oh wait, if anything, that costume is his real nose, isn't it?
Huh? I'm already picking up on someone. The rest are shadows.
Yeah, I'm not even going to question his sneezing anymore either. Is this someone he mentions related to Mitsuru-senpai or Akihiko-senpai or the others? Teddy runs off still sneezing. We take a side path to make a detour around the school building and see a gymnasium up ahead. The entrance door is covered by a poster of a boy labeled the Beefcake Emperor. That name, it's Kanji Tatsumi, isn't it?
Oh, this is Kanji. He loves manly battles and is really good at grabbing people and stabbing things.
I'm sorry, what? How did you with that conclusion? The guy likes sewing. He works at a textile shop.
This poster is giving me bad vibes. I don't want to charge in without a plan and run into this guy. Let's look for another way in, maybe.
Yeah, again with the transphobic, not transphobic, the homophobic jokes, because for some reason Atlas just keeps wanting to ruin their series with that.
Don't be stupid. Someone's here, right? Come on, we're going in.
I make Junpei open the door, despite his protesting. The central area inside the gym is open, though chairs are stacked up all around, reaching almost to the ceiling. A blond, well-built young man is standing in the open space, clearly waiting for us. There's no mistaking him. This is Kanji Tatsumi, whose face is on the poster we just saw. Here we go.
Finally, you showed up.
Oh, not doing the offensive gay stereotype? Okay, I'm perfectly fine with that.
Hello, boys. I've been waiting forever and ever for you. Especially you, slugger.
And there we go.
Just to be clear, You don't know this guy, right?
No! He's got no business calling me out like a designated hitter. Hey, Teddy! That's your friend, right? Why don't you sniff him and see if he's one of those fakes?
I don't have to! That's definitely a fake! If Kanji really liked you, he'd be stuttering and baking you treats instead of talking like that!
Oh, I've got a treat for you. It's in my fists. And I can't wait to show it to you. Bring on the ring!
Kanji-kun hollers loudly, and the four pillars descend, surrounding us. Well, I knew this was coming. This is obviously a fake. In order to find that someone Teddy was talking about, we'll have to fight our way past this.
All right, you guys go in there and fight him. I'll cheer you on from over here.
Don't be a wuss. You're fighting too. Let's deal with this quickly.
You're not going to beat me down that easily. Here we go, dammit!
I'm doing it. This is symbolic.
Final.
God, this music.
Stay on the offense. Well done. That's how the game's meant to be played. So, just to be clear, I didn't even want to go in here, all right? So this is all on you guys.
As Junpei stumbles through whatever he's fighting, whatever he's trying to say, the fake Kanji-kun crumbles and loses his shape. The sparkles of light that spits out float up through the high ceiling and disappear from view.
Huh? I'm sensing that's someone through there! Junpei, hurry and open this!
Teddy points to a door on the other side of the room, and Junpei quickly rushes to open it. Huh? Junpei and Teddy might actually make a good team.
Yeah, I'm on it.
When Junpei throws open the door, a wall of thick red fog pours out, clouding my vision. I hear Junpei coughing from within the fog, and I can't see him. Teddy and I stick to the wall until the fog dissipates somewhat. Then we take a peek inside the door.
Huh? This is Escapade.
A white spotlight shines across the dark open space. The edge of the light illuminates a raised stage. And it looks exactly like the dance floor of the club near Gekkakan High. Could this really be Escapade? I can't help but call out in shock. A large cross raised in the center of the stage, and Fuka is hanging from it, just like on the broadcast.
Seriously? Whoa.
Fuchan! I'll save you! I'm a-coming!
Teddy runs to the cross with a surprising turn of speed for somebody somebody with such stubby little legs. We all work together to get Fuka down from the cross, but even though she doesn't appear to be physically injured, she hasn't regained consciousness yet. Still, she's breathing normally, and her pulse is steady. Thank goodness. It seems she is not in any danger of dying.
Fuchan, are you okay? Wake up! I'd better give you the bereth of life!
Is it too late to swap out for General Teddy?
Feather dropkick!
Yuka-chan, I was just joking.
Thank you.
This isn't the time for jokes. Fuka, can you hear me? We've come to rescue you.
Ah, are you coming too?
Yukari-chan and Junpei-kun, did you rescue me?
Sorry we're late, but you're gonna be okay now.
Hey, Fuka. It's been a while, huh? And now that we're here, there's nothing to worry about.
Grr! Who would do such a thing to Fu-chan? I'll never forgive them.
Thank you too, Teddy. But have you seen Mitsuru-senpai? And...
She's really exhausted. You shouldn't try to move for a while. It doesn't look like the others are around here.
We have to rescue them. I couldn't do anything.
According to Fuka, they were captured immediately after they were attacked. Even with Fuka's search ability, she wasn't able to sense anything until right before it happened.
All right, well, let's let Fuka rest here while we go on. We just have to rescue Akihiko-san and Mitsuru-senpai, right?
We can't leave Fuka alone here. What if another fake shows up like before?
Oh, right.
If we leave her here alone and another fake person shows up, her life would be in danger for sure. Still, we can't make her walk around with us when she's so exhausted.
Alrighty, I'm volunteering to stay behind.
You will?
Leave it to me. I can use a persona, and I'm the best at escorting ladies.
Oh, thank God, we don't have to deal with Teddy anymore.
Well, if you're that confident, maybe we should leave this to him. I'm counting on you, Sir Teddy. Be her knight.
Junpei pats Teddy on the back. Teddy smiles proudly and gives us a thumbs up. These two are starting to act like they've been partners for years.
Teddy, are Yukun and the others here too?
Huh. From what Junpei told us, Rise-chan and Yuki-chan left Junes to look for Kanji and Nao-chan. But if they notice what's happened to the school, I'm sure they'll end up here.
I see. If Rise-chan's with them, then there's no need to worry.
Okay, yeah, so this is another detail. There are basically two different types of personas that basically happen within the that basically exist within the persona world. The most common type are battle oriented. They're able to use combat skills, and some of them will even be able to heal and cause status effects and stuff like that. But then you get like the support personas. Like these tend to have no combat ability, but instead they're good at gathering and providing information and communicating it. This is the type of persona that Fuka has, and this is what and this also is what and Rise's persona was also oriented towards that. They just gave her persona a battle form.
Yukari-chan, Junpei-kun, please go on ahead and save the others. I'll remain here with Teddy. I'll contact you all with my persona once I've recovered a little. Please, just give me a little time.
I raise an eyebrow, but Fuka smiles and tells us that she'll be okay. I read that Teddy fought through an entire case. I read that Teddy fought through an entire case in Inaba too, so I guess that'll be all right. We leave Fuka in Teddy's care and leave the gym, finally making our way to the school building. We enter through the main gates and end up in a hallway. The building's interior is shrouded in fog as well. As expected, the visibility inside isn't that good either. We decided that we should head up, and and find some nearby stairs to go up. But after climbing a couple of stories, the stairs come to an abrupt end, and we have to find another way to find. We have to find another flight of stairs. A countless number of similar-looking classrooms and hallways appear on this floor, and we can't find a way up at all. The endless hallway is dark, and I hate to say it, but this reminds me of a haunted mansion.
Hey, Junpei, stop going so far ahead. It's bad enough that I can't really see that far.
Seriously, this hallway goes on forever. You think it's time for a nostalgic replay of Junpei's Believe It or Don't?
Not the time, Junpei.
What? Hey!
I mean, I'm all for your hilarious antics, but not now. We have plenty of time for that when Reloaded comes out.
There are many strange things in this world.
Not now, Junpei.
Imagine, if you will, a boys' baseball team, led by the handsome coach Junpei. What you'll hear next is a true story, a tale of mystery and fear.
Yeah, he makes the name makes it sound like a Believe It or Not quote, but he's straight off quoting Twilight. Not Twilight. It's the Twilight Zone.
Knock it off! You know I hate that ghost story stuff. When did you start coaching kids?
Ow! Will you stop hitting me? Didn't I tell you I coach a kids team? And I'm surprisingly good at it.
Also, you're still afraid of ghosts? It's been 2 years! And you fought ghosts!
Is that why you reek of sweat? Do you ever wash that shirt?
What kind of slob do you take me for? And you're one to talk. You're wearing some pretty funky clothes yourself.
I have a reason for this, jeez. I knew I should have changed.
We continue talking back and forth about this for a while as we proceed, trying to distract ourselves from the creepy atmosphere. Eventually, the hallway ends with a very heavy-looking metal door. Above the door is a sign reading Announcement Room.
Dead end, huh? Well, I guess we better go on in through here.
The room behind the door is filled with tons of monitors and sound equipment. This professional-grade equipment isn't what you'd expect to find in an ordinary school's announcement room. This looks more like a studio, in a real TV station.
This is creepy, but maybe this is where General Teddy is making his broadcasts from.
The monitor is suddenly flash to light and illuminate the room. What's going on? The screen in front of us is showing a location that we both recognize.
Moonlight Bridge.
The gigantic suspension bridge connecting Iwatodai and the man-made port island. The camera zooms in on the bridge's main tower. Another cross identical to the one Fuka had me bound to is on the screen. A figure in white is held on it, and her head is drooping down. Either at the end of the scene or at the next continue, I'm going to stop. I know we got practically 5 more minutes, but depending on how long this goes, I will have to stop soon.
Yucatan! Is that...
I guess we have to save her!
But how? Are we gonna head all the way back to Iwatodai?
Oh, by the way, the Igus is named after the shield in Greek mythology that belonged to Zeus, which he loaned his daughter Athena. And Medusa's head was put in that shield when was put in that shield when she was beheaded by Perseus. Her persona is Athena. Every time I hear Yucatan, Yucatan, I keep thinking Yucatan. Yeah, I believe that's because of the way he's saying it. It should be Tan, I believe.
There's no reason to worry about things like that. After all, this place is your final destination.
While our eyes are glued to Agus on the monitor, a familiar voice suddenly speaks out from behind us. We turn to see a person standing there with a red cape. Akihiko-senpai? No, that can't be right. It's even if I've started catching on to this. He shakes his fist as if to taunt us, and wears an irritating smirk on his face. This is most likely another fake.
Doesn't it bring back memories? You fought those artificial persona users on that bridge. It was a conflict of burning passion. There was one simple rule. Power decides all. Now, try and fulfill my innermost desire. Bring on the ring!
Yeah, it's not a literal cape. Yeah, there's an interesting story for that. You see, Akihiko was a trained boxer, but like for some, they wanted a buff character in the original Persona 4 and Persona 4 Arena, I mean, and the only character that fit the bill was Akihiko. Because of his background and in boxing. So, lo and behold, this is what they decided his design should be. As he shouts out, the red pillars appear again. We're up against the fake version of Akihiko-senpai this time, huh? Well, this is going to be awkward.
Hey, Yucatan. I know this is a fake Akihiko-san, but isn't that the kind of thing he's normally ranting about?
Maybe, but this isn't the time to talk about stuff like that. We can't lose no matter who we're up against.
Oh, are you on fire, Yucatan? All right, I'm getting pumped too. Let's go for a grand slam.
Okay, we are going to go with Junpei this time, since we used Yukari in the last battle. And for the record, I used Yukari in the last battle because Kanji was afraid of women originally. Alright, I forgot, he gets a buff when you do that enough times.
Incredible.
I'm actually going to stop it here, though. Yeah, I'm pretty good at this game, but part of the reason for that is because of the auto combo. And the fact that I practice it a ton. But yeah, I am going to stop there for now, because I don't want to risk going over like last time, and boy did we go over last time.
Persona 4.
Alright then. Yeah, so things are heating up. I don't know if we'll be able to finish. It next time. We certainly won't be doing it next week because next week I will be doing a Christmas stream. But yeah, I don't know if we'll be able to finish it next time, because I'm not exactly sure how long we have left of the P3 story. Hey, but yeah, things are heating up, and it's gonna get better. I forgot how different the P3 story was from the P4 story. I'm very glad they didn't. They decided to have it be very different and to not tread all the same points. And so, so before we go, let us prepare for a raid. We could go for Xantix, who's playing Spirit of the North, or Velvet Puppy. I don't think I've rated Xantix so before, or it's been a long time since I last rated her. Oh, wait, first. Double checking, nope. Okay, then we will definitely go for her. So, all right, thank you all so much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed. If you like my stuff and you haven't already, please leave a follow. It helps me as a small VTuber. I upload all my stuff on YouTube, and you can also check my stuff over there. So then, we've got a full we got things to do next week. I assume we're finishing the story and the main story for Fate Samurai Remnant next week, and then more. Then we got more due on Saturday, and then we got the Christmas stream, and I hope to see you there. So thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you all on the next one. This is Metis Balaska signing out.